What's up? This is Jordan Gray from Half Lit and DopelivenTV.
Hey, this your boy Don Ritchie representing the Midwest 219 Stand Up.
Hey, what's up, y'all? It's Lamar Tate.
This is your girl, Monifa.
Hey, what up? It's your man Dave Hollister from Blackstreet.
You know what this is right here. This Trigger Trench in the building.
Hey, what's up, y'all? This is your boy Jason Weaver. And whenever I'm back home in the Chi, I'm checking out Dope Living TV.
Hey, it's your girl, Adina Howard, and you're watching Dope Living TV, live with Greg Gray and the crew.
Hey, what's up? It's your boy Greg Gray. This is Dope Living TV Live. Let me start off by saying the views that are expressed on this Dope Living TV Live are not necessarily the views of Dope Living TV or its affiliates. What's up, y'all? So today, my partner, she decided that she wanted to tell you guys why we do what we do, how we do what we do. And we're going to have some fun with it, all right? We ain't going to even hesitate. What's up, Gina?
What's happening? You were frozen. I'm like, I could hear you talking, but you was like,
am I still frozen?
nah.
Frozen glass. Frozen glass.
How's it going?
It's man, it's been a rough day. I had some things that went on today that just took me out. But you know, we have an obligation to do what we do.
All right, that's
So
right.
I said, because I sent Gina a message and said, I ain't gonna be on today. And she said, we're gonna do a rerun. Anybody knows me from 9 to 5 days, the music video show days. I don't like doing reruns. So hey, it is what it is. What's up, Mo?
Hey, what's happening, fam?
Momo, do you see him freezing up, or is it just me?
No, I see him freezing up.
Okay.
Bro,
I'm like, maybe it's on my end.
Like 3 times in a row while you was talking just then.
Am I still freezing? Am I still freezing?
No.
I'm looking at
in and out.
No, well, it is what it is.
So what y'all up to this?
Maybe I shouldn't have come on today then.
Maybe you should get your equipment right then.
I got it all charged up. Everything's good. Maybe that's why.
And that's what we're gonna talk about today.
It's so used to being dead.
Live TV.
Making sure your equipment is charged up so you can do your podcast.
Yeah, but let's start from let's go way back. Let's go way back. Okay, with this particular show, and thank you guys for always tuning in and supporting, because you all actually are a part of the podcast.
Yeah.
The reason that we do the podcast and why we've grown as we've grown. What is Marcella? She calling us from the trailer? I mean, what?
I am here today.
Is that from the trailer?
Is she in the trailer? What?
The RV.
The RV.
We could not get internet service out there.
Oh, okay.
So
from the RV?
Yeah.
We
were in the woods.
Mm.
Really in the woods. But I am just made it home.
She was bucky naked in the woods.
Were you skinny dipping?
No, I was not.
She was dipping skinny.
I don't know which is worse. Well, which is best, should I say?
You know. But anyway, hey man, and shout out, you know, and people like Mr. Mike Green. He has his own business. He doesn't really have time to do it too much of anything with the DeVille radio, because that's 24 hours. But he watches every day. He supports every day.
Thank you, Mr. Green.
Yes.
And he won't come on the show.
Why not?
Oh, he'll be here one day.
No, I'm not saying he won't. I'm just saying, you know,
you don't have time.
Time restraints.
He's running the station.
Oh,
and you guys, I told you guys before, on Sundays he does this battle. Y'all got to tune in to this battle. Y'all got to check it out, all right? Because if you're
I've heard those battles before.
I'm telling you, man, dude, Mr. Mike Green, he does it well. So shout out to Mike Green. I'm always gonna shout you out, brother. Way. I've been knowing him forever, man. Great guy. Anyway, podcast. So what is a podcast? I don't have the definition, but I know that it's something that people are being able to express themselves, things that they want to do. They put together these shows and they give it to the audience, and they hope in hopes that it grows. All right, 3 people grows into 30, 30 grows into 300, and so forth and so on. All right. When we started this podcast, it was done from this. It was done from this, and this is probably the 4th generation of phones that I've had since we started. But we started it by on Facebook Live. So I called Gina. Well, actually, I did a little intro, which we had no music intro, nothing running at the beginning, which is part of the reason why podcasts go good. You got to have some kind of presentation behind it as well. All right, we're gonna educate as we go. And again, this is just us telling you guys. Gina, and Marcy, y'all wasn't here yesterday, but you can remember the show where we were doing the relationship, and I was saying, well, I had 3-4 women at one time, then I took the 4th one and married her, and this and that. Somebody came at me on that. Somebody came at me bad on that.
You
and was
talked
like,
about that.
huh?
You talked about that.
And I'm like, this is television. This is a show. Okay. And sometimes it's another thing that you must understand as a podcaster. We try to make sure that we're giving information. We try to make sure we entertain. We try to make sure we're doing all of this. Go ahead, Jeannie. I know you want to say something.
Yeah, I want to say one of the things about a podcast that's very important is you have to keep your audience involved. You have to keep your audience interested. If they're not interested, they're going to turn to another podcast, or they're going to go off and do something else. Right. So it's if you come, we always discuss how our conversations are going to go, because if we all on the panel agree, what is there to talk about? And there's 4 different personalities on here. We're not all going to agree on any given subject. Every now and then we just might, but most of the time we don't, because we've all experienced something different. We've all been through different things. We're all at different stages in our life. And so we're going to share what we've been through, and that's going to be different for all of us.
And please express, and Marcy, I want you to do this too. Please express the fact that we put the disclaimer out there for a reason. All right. If anybody says anything, listen, okay, look, it's just opinions. It's just we're not saying that everything that we're saying is true. It's true to us sometimes, but it's not every. I'm the comic relief on the show. Well, I used to be just the only comic relief, but damn, these cats here. So everybody, we're comic relief. But as Gina said, and Marcy and Mo, I want y'all to talk about this as well. We have to make sure that it's interesting. So there may be some things that I might say. I'm not asking any one of the other panel members to say anything, but I might say some things that's going to spark a reaction. Okay. And evidently, what I said when I said I had 3 women that cheated on this, did this, I'm not a cheater. Okay. But I got, one of my exes came at me and was like, I didn't know you were doing that. Oh my God, you were such a bad person. And then I'm like, it's television. It's television.
My gosh.
This is not real.
Anyway.
I had
it
to
didn't
make
happen.
sure.
If it happened, it happened.
It happened. You didn't know you're not there anymore.
I wanted to make sure that you guys had something else to comment on. Okay, Marcy, go ahead and talk about it.
No, we don't agree. A lot of times, Greg and I butt heads all the time. But it's okay to disagree. And like
it's for show.
Gina and Greg both say, and I'm sure Maurice is on board with it as well. We have different personalities.
Yeah.
And just like you out there in the viewing audience, you have a different view, a different opinion. And it's okay. It's okay. That's just like any type of relationship. We're not in a romantic relationship with the 4 of us. But just like if you're in a relationship with someone, you're not going to agree at all times. And it's okay. It's okay to disagree. Keep moving. Give your side. That's how you feel about it. That's how I feel about it. You might agree sometime, you might not. It's okay. That's what makes life great, that we're not all the exact same. And keep it moving.
And keep it moving, Mo.
You know what? Oh, I'm sorry, Mo. Go ahead. I'm
I
sorry.
remember when Gina was upset at me, and so was Marcy about Kevin
We've been
Stevens.
upset about him before.
Who?
I don't think I ever been
Kevin
mad at
Stevens.
Mo.
Who's
Yeah,
that?
you was upset at me. He was like,
You can tell y'all was upset.
yeah, y'all was upset. And Amina, remember Amina? She was like,
Amina?
Negro, what the heck? No, and I was trying to explain my point of view. My point of view with Kevin was it's just like a brother or a father talking to his daughter, you know, saying, hey, this person is not good for you, and explain and just putting a little bit more graphic terms. And you know, and that's the way that's why I seen it. But Gina, boy, she was like, Mo, that is degrading, this and that. You was
I don't
through
even
with
know
me
who
that
Kevin
night.
Stevenson is. I am
Brother
totally lost.
Samuels.
You
Kevin
was
Samuels.
Samuels, I'm sorry.
Oh,
Samuels.
Kevin Samuels.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Kevin Samuels.
The
Oh,
one
see,
that
you
died.
gonna make me
That
mad
was
all
a
over
heated
again.
discussion there.
Yeah.
You
That was
gonna
a
make me
heated
mad
discussion.
all over again.
Y'all was upset at me. I was like, that Negro ain't this, he ain't that. I'm like, he just being a king, you know, he just
God
being a
rest
king
his
and letting
soul.
y'all know that there is potholes out there and there's dirty MFs out there. You know, he's just letting y'all know.
And that's your and that was just your opinion. And
That was
you're
my
entitled to your
opinion. That's the way
Yeah.
I saw it.
Yeah. Gina, you want to say something?
Yeah, I want to talk about, it's a lot of people out there that want to start a podcast. They don't know how. I was one of them. If you remember, bro, I was trying to start a podcast alone right before the pandemic. Me and my good friend.
Right.
And we were so clueless. I was going through Google, and there's so much stuff out there, but it don't really tell you how. I mean, it gives you the logistics and all of these words and stuff, but it don't really tell you how. So I'm sure there's a lot of people out there that are still stuck on how do I start a podcast. And I'm going to tell you, now that I've been in a podcast for almost 4 years, it's not as hard as this makes you think it is.
Right.
It's not as hard. I mean, one of the things you have to think about is, what do you want your podcast to look at? What is your market?
Yeah.
Those are some things that you have to identify. Is what you are planning on talking about, is it something that's going to interest a lot of people? Is it going to drive people away? You may have a podcast, you want to do politics, you want to talk about Trump, you want to talk about Biden. That may not be a good topic for a podcast, depending on your audience. So those are a lot of things you got to look into first to see if your podcast is going to be successful.
Right.
Yeah, and you got to have the right elements too for the podcast. Once you decide I want to do a podcast, how do you want it to look? Who are the people that are going to be on there that are going to convey the messages that need to be conveyed out there? All the podcasts basically want to convey a message, but everybody doesn't get an opportunity to convey a message. We pride ourselves on telling the story. This is what Dope Living TV does. We tell the story of how we've gone through a lot of things. Oh, that's great news. Oh, I'm sorry, I should have said that.
I'm in agreement. Now we're agreeing on that.
I'm not gonna put it out there, though.
Yeah, but we're in agreement. But you know what, too? Something that you can do if you're interested in getting into podcasting, when you know your category, your niche, find other podcasts that are similar like that. Watch some podcasts that are not similar to yours. Watch talk shows on regular TV as well. Look and see how they interview, how they have conversations, how they go about doing different things. Take a little bit maybe from this one and a little bit from that one with your own flavor and add your own sauce to it. And, I really think, but do your research first before really getting out there, so you kind of know a little bit about what you're doing. Even if you're able to speak to others that are already in podcasting, do that as well. And that can be very helpful.
Let me tell you, Marcella, now I've been doing this for a while. Okay. Not necessarily podcasting, but I've been interviewing most of my life. So I look at the fact that now I don't have to do it by myself, which brings a bit of comfort to me, and it makes it a little bit more easier for me to roll and do whatever I got to do on this platform. Okay, so the other part about that is we're trying to show you again. We're talking about podcasting do's and don'ts, why we do what we do. Part of it is making sure that you have the right platform to broadcast from. We did. I'm telling you, and we went through the trenches. StreamYard wasn't up when we started. All right.
Wow.
So Gina and I, we used the phone, and then my brother Chris. Shout out to Chris. Hell, shout out to Kevin. Shout out to Jay. Shout out to Ludine. Shout out Zell. Shout out to Jeff Rutherford.
Suzette.
Suzette. Shout out to all of those.
Samantha. A lot of them.
Yes, I actually saw her the other day. There's not, and all of these people were an integral part of making sure that everything came to, whether they're here or not. There's no bad blood, but it's a growth pattern. You know what I mean? We grow and we find out what works. Sometimes it takes a day. Sometimes it takes a couple of years. Okay, but you find out what works. Shout out Jeff.
Nyla. Say Nyla.
Yeah, of course. But we have to find the right platform, find what's going to work for us. As I said, Gina and I were doing it on the phone, and Chris Mills, and I would talk to Gina, then I say, Gina, hold on, let me put Chris on, because Facebook wasn't allowing me to put 2 or 3 people on there at the same time.
Oh Lord!
So I told Gina, hold on. So Gina's sitting by cooking, doing the hair, clipping the toenails, whatever, until Chris got through talking. And I said, Chris, hold that thought. It was so tedious. Chris mentioned there's a new platform, a StreamYard. I said, let's try it. Gina and I tried it out. We tried it out one night. And we said, okay, what do we got to lose? I said, okay, I'm gonna do the subscription. I'm gonna do it monthly, and let's see how it works. And this is where we came to. Now, the other part about that was getting an intro. All right, because on Facebook Live, we had no intro. We just popped on. We told everybody we coming on. Okay, pop on. Hey, what's up? Here we are. Now we do an intro. It has to be appeasing to the audience. They have to like what we're putting out from start to finish. And I think we've got that now, because and it shows itself from, we get a lot of viewers now. We get a lot of support. When I say support, those are the viewers, the people like yourselves that watch the show. Another part, and you guys can interrupt me at any time. Another part is when we have guests on. Okay, we have to research. And when I say we, I say me. We have to research. I'm joking. We have to research and find sometimes guests. And I think we got into a pocket where, and Gina, Marciel can speak on this, Mo, got into a pocket where gotta have a guest, gotta have a guest, gotta have a guest.
Yeah. We had too many guests at one time.
We don't need a guest all the time.
Yeah.
We had to, we got into that pocket, and I think that was my fault, because I knew a lot of people and I would talk to a lot of people, and I wanted them to come on the show and tell their story. We are intent on telling the story through something to get to something else and leaving that message, which is why at the end, 5 minutes before the show, 10 minutes before the show is over, each of us expresses some type of feeling that we have, but not only that day, but our life. We express that feeling because we want you guys to understand that, just because you see us here, we have lives and we have things that we want to say outside of a guest or outside of the subject that's on here. So we do a lot to make sure that of preparation, I should say. I think Marcy prepares more than any of us when these shows come on, okay? Because being of the faith, there's a lot of things that Marcy will not do, and we're not going to question that. We're not going to question that because we want to make sure that we stay true to each of us.
Yeah, who we are.
So and she'll do it, but there's sometimes she'll say, okay, well, look, and I think that's why I think she misses Cleo sometimes. She misses Cleo sometimes because she goes in and she says, well, even though this guy, I saw his video.
I am not a psychic.
I think he has something to say. And sure enough, the guy has something to say.
But what's really key, bro, is you're going to have trial and error, and that's okay, especially in the beginning. There's going to be a lot of trial and error, and you just talked about our trials and errors. It's okay to have those trials and errors because it's going to teach you and it's going to help you to develop your podcast into
Yes.
something better. So don't give up because you might have failed at this or you picked. We've picked the wrong guest before.
Woo!
We have picked the wrong guest before.
Ooh wee, with some more ooh wee.
I was just loading up to say sometimes we made some big boo-boos.
And so it happens. But that doesn't mean that you're a failure. That, that doesn't mean that your podcast is failed or people aren't going to watch it. Just continue and pay close attention to your viewers. We listen to our viewers when they tell us something, or like bro said, we thought we needed a guest every day. And at one point our viewers said, we want you guys to talk about yourself. We want to hear about your experiences.
That's crazy.
So we pivoted from having a guest every day to mixing it up and have more of conversations like this where we talk about our experiences. So it's important to listen to your viewers and listen to your audience as well, so you know what they want. And that's what's important, what they want.
And to also feed off each other. Like, we have certain looks on our faces. Like Greg just had a look. What's up? Where we can read each other.
No.
Well, I remember us having
a difficult day today, but I'm good.
But I bet your audience didn't pick up on how bad they were until probably way later, Or if
how
they
bad
picked
what was?
We've had guests on here that it's like we went on through the show, and you could tell when Greg's getting into the guest because he starts getting into the guest, and we all kind of like, uh-oh.
Oh yeah, this ain't the show to come on if you
you gonna get clowned. And we had some of those,
and my team will back me up. Okay, we had a drunk fool on here one day.
I wasn't gonna mention it. Go ahead. That's right. That's right.
Shout out to Hennessy, but we had a drunk fool on here. Marcy kept saying in the comments, Greg, get him
Is
off.
he drunk? She kept, is he drunk?
I'm like, no, you know what? No.
Is he drunk? Yeah, you know what? He burping and everything.
He came for it. So
drinking a beer on the show and like trying to go to the side, and it's like, we see you. You. You're already drunk.
Greg,
we had guests on here that want to confront us. We don't have a problem with confrontation. Because we're adults, we can diffuse that, okay? But when it's people that come on and just don't let us diffuse it.
Yeah, and they don't respect the show. Number one, it's very disrespectful. We're trying to have a show, whether we're laughing and we're joking or we're serious, but it is a show. You don't come on and totally disrespect. We're allowing you to come on. We're asking you to come on, inviting you to get to know you, if you're an entrepreneur, what do you do? Who are you? What are you about? And then you come on totally in a just disrespectful way.
You want to come at us?
No.
We got to jump back. It ain't gonna work.
Let me ask the question. What do you feel a person that's starting a podcast, what exactly do they need? Do they need to go out and spend thousands of dollars on equipment, lights, cameras? What do they need?
No, and way to get off of the subject we were talking about.
That was real good.
Good, y'all. Basically, you don't. All you need really is the platform to air from. All right. Now, if you wanna get fancy and it's like right now, you see behind me, I'm building a studio. But if you want to get fancy and this and that, that's fine. Get you the high-tech mics, get you the excellent camera that's going to do this and that. Okay. But at the end of the day, and you all correct me if I'm wrong, at the end of the day, you are you. It's not what you look like or what your face looks like or the sound. It's what's coming out of you. It's the content is what's going to make your podcast. But is it interesting enough to hold attention, as Gina said, for an hour? We were doing this. I'm gonna let you talk, Marcy. We were doing this for 5 days a week, y'all. All right. Everybody was like, Greg, really? We don't need 5 days a week. let's take a day off. You know,
2 hours.
Like, cool. You know, and it works. It worked. We're almost 800 episodes.
We were getting burnt out.
We were getting burnt out, but we are almost 800 episodes in for this Dope Living TV Live. All right, go in and look and see how many other podcasts have done that. You're not going to find too many. Go ahead, Marcy.
Also, your lighting. I know my lighting is whack right now. I just literally slid in through here. But your lighting is important.
Mm-hmm.
Your sound is important. If you're at home, depending on where, whatever atmosphere you're in, you need to make sure there's not a lot of chatter in the background, a lot of extra noise in the background. Make sure your lighting is okay. Again, excuse me for today, how I'm looking, but I have been, because I will be having my own podcast as well. And I've been out there, and there are some inexpensive mics, headphones. Gosh darn it, I know the name of it, the little box thing, to help you edit and things. But you can also get on a platform like what we're on. So, do that until you can afford the microphone and the headphones and all that, if you need those.
Exactly.
Also,
that's the thing, Marcy.
If you decide that's what you want to do.
Important. But these platforms, Marcy, I'm sorry to interrupt. These platforms make it easy for you. All right.
Yes.
They do all the work for you. So right now, I mean, even though, I got my mic getting ready to set up, okay, my mic is going to basically be a prop, okay, because I'm doing this from and I use everything Apple. And if we'll get into which brands and which of this and that you use for this and that, but there's really no science to this part. Make it look good, for you. Content, and go about it. Everybody's trying to get this and that and buy this and buy that, and you don't have to do all of that.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Marcy. I'm sorry.
It just depends on.
I spent a lot of money in the beginning. I bought a lot, and it's still in the box. It's still in the box, never been used. I got so much stuff that's in the box in the closet that I didn't even need, but I thought I needed it.
But I told her she didn't, y'all, but she did anyway.
Well, she hard-headed. You know that.
She's not hard-headed. She was ambitious. She wanted to do something.
I'm clowning. I'm not
thinking about
and I gotta say this, and shout out to Jeff Relaford again. Jeff Relaford, I told him, because there's certain things too. When you're doing a podcast, you want to expand yourself and do this and that, okay? With Jeff Relaford, he bought a lot of stuff, whole lot of stuff. And that's because he's doing some other things too. So
you got to have that look.
Yeah, he has to have the look perfect for the other stuff that he's doing. All right. And people say, is Jeff still a part of this? People have asked me. Jeff's still here. That's a little homie. He's still here. He's just doing his thing. Okay, got him hooked up with Dinah Lynn. Shout out to Dinah Lynn. That's another part of it too, networking. We'll talk about that as well. Marcy, I interrupt you. I'm sorry.
Oh no, that's all I was just saying. There are some inexpensive things if that's what you choose to do. Make sure you have a nice atmosphere. If you're gonna, if you're not on a platform like this, but the biggest thing, look at other podcasts and shows. See what you feel they're doing correctly, and then okay, I can use this, but I don't like this here. So you don't just jump in, and you're going to learn by trial and error anyway, but do a little research first before you go in. Check on different content that's out there. Try not to be a cookie cutter and being like everyone else. What can you do, even if it's the same topic? How can you do it in a different manner? Do things of that nature. Be you, be different.
And I think what kind of launched us the best is that we were in the business of helping others. Jeff was a beneficiary of one of those. Also, Kevin and a few others that were here in the beginning on the show with us. They launched their own podcast and did their own things. And they not necessarily left, but they branched off. It's what you're supposed to do in life, and what we all should aspire to do is help somebody else.
Right, and teach them and let them branch off, and so that they can do the same thing, and you keep on doing that. That's something that in our community, it's a lot of times is not being done.
That's the charge that we're supposed to do anyway. Okay. And like I said, this is why I love doing this with you guys, because we all have the same purpose. You know, we each individually have our own thing. Gina has the fabulous distinguished author skill. It's Cynthia running right now.
Yes.
It's a lot of hard work, but she's still here every day doing this for us, and you know, sharing in the fun that we have. And that's the other part about this. This is fun, guys. It's work. It's not. Gina said it's easy, but it's not easy all the time. Okay.
I ain't never said it was easy.
I thought you said it was, but
No,
it's not easy. You know, we
never.
have to drag ourselves sometime to this. I mean, literally drag ourselves. You've seen times where Marcy's been really sick, and you know, Gina's been sick. Mo's
just working.
You know, and we try wherever we're at to pop on. Mo's in these hotels as he goes around the country doing what he does, and you know, they leave the light on for him. They do. They leave the light on for him. You know, so let's talk about the networking. All right, we can do this show every single day to the same people, doing the same thing, getting the same results. Okay, but we choose not to. We want to hear everybody's story. We know the people that connect, that's locally, that know us, because all of us are from Gary, but all of us don't live in Gary. But we know these people, but we want to make sure that we're telling the complete story. Shout out to Oscar Official Rob. We've had people on this show that have gone through some insurmountable odds and still made it. And we want to tell that so that we can encourage everybody, especially people of our color and others, to continue to persevere, continue to go through this so that you can get to this. It's not going to happen overnight. I can guarantee you it's not going to happen overnight.
And everybody that we've had on the show will tell you it's not going to happen overnight.
And that's the beauty part about what we do, because everybody at the end of the conversation, we don't do interviews, we do conversation. At the end of the conversation, everybody says, "Hey, look, it wasn't easy. We had to do this. We went to jail. We lost people. We were homeless. But look at us now.
But God, yes.
But God, look at us now." So that's where we're at. Shout out to Bella the Don. You know, she's one of those who's same thing, gone through it.
Super support.
Now she's thriving, you know, doing a lot of things that you wouldn't believe. Keith LaCane Powell. I'm going through these names over here. That guy right there. Another one, okay? Again, Jeff. We got Jukebox Ginger. He just happened to be watching as we, you know, because I share this to a lot of people. Just happened to be watching. Jukebox Ginger. Great platform. It's funny. All right. Check him out. You know, we try to connect businesses. We got to stay true to home.
Miss Arkansas.
They're doing some great things. But I gotta say this, Gina, Marcy, and views expressed on this DopelivenTV Live, not necessarily views.
Yeah.
I gotta say this. Our hometown is great. That's beautiful. That's fine. Okay, but they are the hardest people, or the least people to support. These people, they do not support unless you're out there, your face is seen all the time, and this and that. We're not, our faces aren't seen all the time unless it's seen here. We're not out there on the street, this and that. Okay, so one thing that really makes me angry is that my hometown celebrates the same people doing the same damn thing all the time. There's other people out there doing something, okay, and that's what we try to do at DopelivenTV. We celebrate that journey. Period.
I know that could be frustrating, bro. That could be real frustrating. I mean, we get to hear Nashville, you know, through artists, the same exact thing. I don't know what it is about hometown and success. It just, sometimes you'd be surprised. Not unless you stepped up to that next level, you know, that ultra level is when the support just pours in. But that next plateau, you know, you're close because you're getting noticed. You know, people are noticing that you have a show.
I'm cool with the support, Mo. You know me, I don't like talking about myself. I don't like doing it. I don't like interviews. I refused hundreds of interviews since we've been doing this. I don't want to do them. All right.
Greg, though, I mean, think about this for a minute, Greg. How much notoriety and how many people know you from 9 to 5? A
lot of people.
Exactly.
So, but I mean,
it's just how close. It's just how close that success is in that next plateau. I think we just need to keep moving.
Yeah, I've done my job. So now it's us telling true stories, real stories, and this and that. So
keeping it like it is,
And I want to keep because Gina keeps bringing us back to the subject, okay? But I'm just telling you guys our journey as well. You know what I'm saying? This is what we've gone through to be podcasters, or I call us. We're not even podcasters per se. You know what I'm saying? We do a television show. We're ours is video, ours is visual. There's a difference between podcasting,
audio. Yeah,
visual. There's a difference. And
something.
go ahead.
Something I want to touch on with networking. A lot of our viewers and our guests have started networking together, and they can be across the country somewhere, and they're getting together. It's like, oh, okay, that's something I'm interested in, and so we're connecting a lot of people as well. So it's not just we're interviewing or not interviewing, but having conversations, bringing someone on, talking about different things. Also, some of the topics that we speak on, we're hearing a lot of feedback that it's really helped others, because it might be something that they weren't really thinking about, or something like, say, if it's a mental health, or another type of illness, and it's from listening and watching our show, they're learning a lot, and it's like, oh, I didn't know that. And so, like Greg was saying, we're here to entertain, we're here to educate, we're here to network,
have some fun,
and just be here for the community.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? We had a guest that has extended her hand to podcasting, and we have networked with her, and I enjoy connecting with her because she has a lot of positive and a lot of good information that she puts out for free.
Yes.
Danny.
I was gonna say Danny. Yeah.
Yeah, Danny is great
sweetheart.
at what she does, and she came on. She gave a lot of good information.
Yes.
She has those, like, I think there is some these podcasting classes.
Yes.
That she does. So if if you tried and you just don't feel like you can do it on your own, that's right there. She's someone that you can reach out to, and she will be ready and willing to help you.
Yes, Danny Marie.
That's what she does. That's what she does. That is her niche right there.
Yeah.
And shout out to my man Austin Squad Daniels too. Okay, real quick. I'm shouting everybody out as they come up, man. Austin Squad Daniels.
Think about Ron Reed.
Yeah, Ron Reed as well.
Oh, Ron took off like a rocket.
Yeah. I think he said on 2 shows, him and Jeff, and then Ron just went
I think a
he
little
was
bit
gone.
more than 2, but
yeah.
he came on, and I think once he came on as a guest for a few weeks, I think he got that courage because he was afraid of stepping out there.
There's a problem though. There's a problem.
What's the problem?
The problem is this, okay? Just because you're getting all of this fanfare, just because you're getting all of this people watching you and this and that, don't let it go to your head. I'm not saying that's what they did, but I'm just saying sometimes you can get all of this stuff and it's coming and it comes to your, it gets in your head like, I'm great, I'm going to do this. Let somebody else tell you you're great. Don't think.
Yeah, we have to talk about the don'ts along with the do's. And I know everyone who started a podcast have come across the don'ts or found out the don'ts. One of the things that I always really feel is important is consistency.
Yeah.
If you are a podcast that comes on every Wednesday at 5:00 and I turn it on and you're not there, I'm probably not going to keep chasing you down to watch your podcast.
For sure.
So it's important that if you get started, you have to be committed to it.
Exactly.
And you have to be on time and reliable, or you're going to lose your audience. Once you lose your audience, it's very, very hard to get them back.
It's hard to get them back. Don't say it's just ridiculous to get them back. Austin says, trust the process. Perfect.
Correct, Austin.
Perfect. Yes. And this is from a young guy. Trust the process. All right. You got to trust the process, because if you don't and you try to insert your own, sometimes it might work. Okay. But sometimes it just disturbs the whole process. It makes it different. And you got to make sure you stay on path with it.
And you know what else I want to add? There are 2. I've been on guests on podcasts such as this visual podcast. I've also been on radio podcasts, which is totally different to me.
Yeah.
because you're not seen. People can't see your surroundings. You don't have to worry
Mhm.
about if you didn't clean up today or you're in the
Woo!
bathroom doing your podcast,
Or if you
whatever.
breathe
You don't
straight.
have to worry about that with an audio
Not
podcast.
in the
But I just
bathroom.
did not get the same feel as when
Mm.
I'm talking and I can
And you can
see the other
visually see.
person's face.
See.
I
Right.
can see their body movements. I can see their facial expressions
Yeah.
to let me know, okay, you're okay, or you know, you
You're on
need
the
to
right track,
bring
or
it
you
down some.
right.
You know, so it's two different fields. So you have to decide, what do you want to do? Do you want to do the audio, and will that fit into what you're trying to do, or do you want to do a visual?
And sometimes the two, if you're trying to do both of them, sometimes the two don't mix. Sometimes you're going to crash them into each other, and people are going to say, "Well, should I watch it this, or should I listen to that? Should I do this, and should I do that?" Until you get to a certain level, stay focused. You know what I'm saying? Stay focused, because it's not going to work both ways. You know, and just because you think about this, you want to reach outside of that box. All right. When you're starting these podcasts, yes, get your box and get all of your people involved in it. All right. But once you get to a certain position or level, get outside of that box. You want people who don't know you, people who never saw your show before, to get there, to get entranced in your show and say, "Hey, I'm gonna watch tomorrow." You know, or
I wonder what's coming on. Yeah.
yeah, I want to know what's going on. I want to see what's next. All right. The people, just because you got 100 people, 200 people, I don't care, 1,000 people that know you already. All right. But those same people, they're going to click on and they're going to click off. All right. If you're doing something, or you're selling something, or you're trying to get them involved, they're not going to be involved. They're gonna, because these are the people that's incoincidental. You know, they're supporters. They love to see you grow. They want to see you grow. But I'm more prone to get people who are outside of the box, which is what we have. How many people do you know get these Tubi community actors, directors, producers? We reached out and they said, okay, cool with it. And the other thing is, like Gina said, consistency. What these people that come on here, they look for is the consistency. Because if it's not consistent, they don't want that. What good are you going to do them?
Mm-hmm.
What good are you to them?
Yeah.
They could get on and do a Facebook Live and do what you know, anything. So we've made it comfortable for people to come here. We've given them an opportunity to say, well, hey, when you get on our show, you got a whole different audience now. So this is other people that haven't seen what you're doing. We're able to convey their message as well. All right. That's what we do here to make sure that yeah. And yes, we do have CEO. Go ahead, Gina.
I have a question for everyone. And I want to just say this, that we Dope Living is not the only podcast we watch. It's not the only show we watch. What keeps you going back to that show, that other podcast that you watch consistently? What is it that have you intrigued or have you wanting to come back every day or every week that they're
Let me
on
tell you,
to watch them?
I watch morning show with Miss Arkansas, Joker, and Vet Green. I watch it almost every morning. Okay, it's because they're full of everything. They got music, news. Then they discuss things on their own. Period. So it's well rounded. I love that about them. All right. I also watch the D Star.
Lisa. Oh, that one. Yeah.
D Stark show, because these are younger people who are going in and they're going in from their perspective. All right. So I watch those. I watch and listen to those consistently.
Lisa Santiago and McNeil.
Ryan McNeil.
Oh yeah, I forgot about them. Yes, most
I
definitely.
love that duo type of setting that they have.
And the music.
You know, yeah, and they throw in their
They
comedy.
sing,
They have a
yes.
song for all the viewers, and they give you good information. You know,
Yeah.
Brian is a great speaker.
Yes.
And he gives a lot of information, and the two of them as a duo, they just pull you in.
Now, Gina, I'm gonna say something. Well, you know what? Let's go to the. Y'all gonna be mad at me for this, Greg. You shouldn't say that, but I'm gonna say it anyway. Let's go to the CEO moment. Marcy.
Okay, so we're going to take a quick break to hear some gems from CEO of Life, Miss Rachel Gary.
The journey of becoming a CEO is lengthy. However, as you become the CEO, you will notice that things will get in your way. Thoughts, actions, and people. But as a CEO, you're going to be ready and be equipped with the needed strategy. So those distractions will not stop you. You're going to get you the needed information to be able to grow the CEO that is you. So until later, be up, out, and moving to the greatness we all know lies within who?
You.
You.
Look, let me say this, guys. Again, we network with a lot of people. Some people are not going to like what I'm getting ready to say, but I'm going to say it anyway.
Well, we're talking about the do's and don'ts.
Yeah. There's two things real quick. Two things for me. If I invite you, you reach out to me and say, I want to be on the show, Greg. I invite you, I schedule it. Be here. All right?
Yeah.
Be here. Because it makes me feel a certain way when you call me at the last second and we've scheduled the show. Now, we're capable of talking about it.
It's not like we can just say, hey, yo, we want you on the show. So and so called off. So we're gonna have you as a guest. That's not the way it works.
You know? But that's okay. You know, like I said, I'm not mad at you guys, but 9 times out of 10, I'm probably not gonna call you back to come to the show because we're continuously running. We got a lot of people that want to come on the show, but you know, we're talking. We're talking now, and we're doing more conversational television.
And we've already put it out.
And we've already put it out. That's the other thing too. So we don't want to make it look bad, but you know, we have to always apologize. I'm not in the habit of apologizing for stuff that's not my fault. But anyway, number 2, and this is very important to me. And when my teammates here feel a certain way, stop laughing, Maurice, because I'm getting ready to go ahead. When my teammates feel a certain way about something, and I go against it because I'm like Marcy, I got this feeling I'm not cool with this. I'm not cool with it. We had a couple of people that have come to us, come on the show, had a great time on the show, and then they tell us what they have, and we listen to it, we buy into it as far as listening to it, and then they come back with, you know, we giving you an opportunity to say what you got to say for free. We're telling everybody about your product and everything for free, all right? But you come on here and you want to charge us $5,000 for this. Are you serious? Are you really serious? We just did you a favor,
right?
Not that we look. If it was good, I'd give you the $5,000 for it. Jenny, you know this, okay? But if you coming at me with this bullshit, all right? And I'm looking at this and I'm like, come on, really? It's not the $5,000. The money's not the problem. It's you. You're the problem because of the way that you're coming. If we don't want to do it, if we have questions, listen to the questions that we have. Don't dismiss us because we're not buying into what you say immediately. We you know what I'm talking about, Gina. Okay. I don't
you know about you. That's why I started smiling.
Bro, I don't like that. Okay. Like I said, if
that was
we need to buy into, I will buy into it. That's fine. Okay. But if you're coming at us like we better buy into it, okay, fine. Yeah, that's when you lose me.
And wrong answer. Yeah.
That's when you lose me. Now, my guys will, and we'll even, you know, and Gina's such a sweetheart. She's such a sweetheart. But when you pull the tail of the bull, you
got
pull the tail of the bull. Don't get Marcella mad. When you pull the tail of the bull, it's over.
Quote you every script back and forth, up and down, in and out.
I can tell you.
I just keep it moving.
I can tell you all the jokes in the world. Okay, it ain't gonna help you. All right, I'm sorry, it's not gonna help you. But it's just a thing. It's called bartering and integrity. Yeah. We keep our integrity. There's nobody that can say anything bad about anybody that's been on this show. I mean, anybody that's on this show, I should say. There's nobody that can say anything bad about the show, period. Because we speak in truth and we try to encourage, enlighten, and empower people. Exactly. Okay. So I'm gonna say this. Marcy might want to cover your ears because I'm gonna say what I'm gonna say and I'm gonna mean it. But for those people that want to come at us with that stuff and try to manipulate us because of the popularity and the stature that we have. Fuck y'all, okay? Ooh, I'm good with all of that. I'm good with all of that, okay? And I say this, and if I lose you as a viewer, it's just one. We got thousands of us. Okay? So
miss me on that bitch.
Any of our viewers.
You say what?
I don't want to lose.
I want to lose them.
No, you know what? Not necessarily. It's just you know how you said, again, how we said earlier, we all have different opinions.
Yeah.
And you might not be in agreement, but if you leave because you feel that you just have to leave and stop watching us, do it what's best for you.
And do it with class. Don't come at us, because there's nothing you can come at us for. We have done nothing wrong. You can't come at us and say, "Oh, they did this, they did." No, we didn't. We got thousands of other viewers that say, "No, they didn't." So you want to be that way? That's fine, okay? And I shouldn't.
And it's recorded.
I shouldn't have said "fuck you." I should have said "forget you." But to me, I'm being soft. I'm not soft like that. So
how many times have we?
What's that?
Over there. How many times have we all gotten together in one place?
All of us once.
A lot of people don't know that. They think we right around the corner from each other.
Yeah. This is my guy right here, y'all.
Bobby.
Hey, Bobby.
Bobby. Perfect example.
Hey, hi.
Perfect example.
Hello, man.
Hola.
Perfect example. Bobby and Renee, they were the first ones that we got to. The first ones that gave us, that showed us love. They don't have to do this. These are big time movie directors, right? Producers, actors. They don't have to get involved. They saw the value of what we did. We've taken weeks and said, "Hey, we're gonna give y'all a week, man. Whatever you want, we do it because of the way that we feel about these guys and the way that they made us feel about them."
Yeah.
Period. All right. And I'm quite sure you got some other stuff that's going on.
You got some other stuff.
Y'all need to get together more often.
We do. It was really, really nice.
Unfortunately, I had to come up because of family, but
we're growing. We're growing, Bobby. So we're growing. He said, "Y'all gave us a month." Hey, man, we give you 2 months. Because you're good. You're good content. You're good content. You're good people.
Yeah.
Right?
And that's what it's about. Content.
Yeah.
If you just have a lot of trashy stuff on, there's an audience for everything, for everyone, but make sure you have good content. If you really want to thrive. Pardon me?
They're doing us a lot. Their content.
Oh yeah.
What I'm saying? It's something different every time. So hey, Bobby, Renee, we love you guys. We love everybody that you brought to us. And I'm quite sure we got more. You got more for us, and we're gonna take them. We want everybody. We want to tell everybody stories, and we want to make sure
the movies back to back. So
you gotta ask them how many.
I'm surprised they're able to get on. They must be done with the 150,000th movie.
Well, hey, Bobby only commented because he probably on the toilet with his laptop. That's probably what.
Get it in the movie.
But when they have time, they will make
that part right there. Gotta go away.
When they have time, they make time for us. There's a lot of other ones and he's introduced us and put us in touch with a lot of people from that Tubi community. So, Bobby, you're a major reason why you're getting bigger and bigger, and we appreciate you, man. We appreciate you. So the invocation, not the toilet. Marcy, I want to take this time, man. I know Gina, we didn't do it. This is another one that we have to come back to, but we got to get out of here. Give some shout outs to people that that are doing some great things.
Okay, I'm going to start off with DopelivenTV Live. Gina, Mo, Greg. I want to shout out to us, number one, for continue to keep going even when we're not always in agreement. Just all of the podcasters that you mentioned earlier, Greg. I want to shout out, to those different podcasts. I watch those as well. And just some of our viewers, Amina Chandler, doing great things with her beauty college and getting, really encouraging people. I just want to shout out to Bella. That young lady there is really, everybody your baby boy. She's really doing great things. Of course, Jeff, Ron, also just to all of our guests. Oh, for sure.
Oh, for
That
sure.
right there. I got to order my book. That's what I wanted to do today. Zell, who used to be on, he and his wife
Yeah.
doing a lot of great things. And again, just all of our guests. Right now, I'm doing a brain blurb. I've been running left and right all week. But just to all of our guests who have been on, our viewers as well. And I just want to encourage everyone to just step out, follow your dreams, step out. Don't let anyone stop you from following your dreams.
Let's go, Mo.
Ooh, I'm gonna get real deep. All of y'all, man, of course, Dope Living family, you guys have helped me immensely here, right here. The local family has. After I got sick and had the stroke and came back, onto the show, y'all helped me get back to one of my spots. Helped me get back into, being able to do stuff like this again, because I used to do radio and music and all that stuff. But y'all helped me get back into that. Some people have actually tried to drag me back into the management position on music, and I might dip my toe in it. It depends on what I want to retire and do.
Okay, do something you like doing.
Do something I love doing. I've always loved music. To Greg can attest to that. But appreciate Dope Living family out there. All of y'all. I mean, I can't call no names like
I tried.
Marcella. I'm gonna say those names and everybody else. Love you guys.
Can I say one more?
One more.
I just want to congratulate all of the 2024 grads. Gina's grandbaby today from eighth grade. Grade. My grandson from high school.
All right.
Love you too, Izzy. And just all of the 2024 grads for sticking in there and doing their thing. I'm proud of all of you.
Let's go. Jenny?
I can't name all the. We'll be here for another 30 minutes. I'm just going to say everyone that I have been in contact and our lives have crossed. It has been just a positive effect. There's so many out here. I mean, if I go back even as far back as 2020 DAG authors, I would be here forever. It's just so many that's doing so many great things.
Yes.
And I just want to say you all are doing a wonderful job. Keep doing it. I keep those relationships because they are wonderful people and the connections are just wonderful. I do want to say, Oscar, my son saw your billboard in Times Square.
There you go.
And he didn't even know about your billboard. But when I asked him, did he see your billboard? And I showed him the picture of your book. He said, I saw that. Matter of fact, he's looking through his pictures because he said he may have a picture with your billboard in there. So great job, Oscar. Look, get your book into Distinguished Authors Guild. Oscar, Stella, get that book in there. It's still time. We're going to extend it for another 2 weeks because there's some few authors that are in the process of getting their book published. So I'm going to allow them to come in. So I'm just going to open it up for another 2 weeks. Yeah, you guys are great.
Hey, man, I just want to thank these three people here for doing what they do. This is again, it's not easy. We have to drag ourselves sometime to come here to do this show. So my gratitude, my thanks, everlasting love is for you three guys initially. Okay, I got love for everybody. I do. I am not the easiest person to get along with, okay? Because
woo! Say that again. Say that one more again. Love you. Love you, sweetie pie.
Shout out to Marcy's cousin.
We're related. We must be related, Greg. On your side of the family.
Again, man, shout out to Oscar, Overshow Roberts, Plethora, the never-ending beginning. You got to go get that book. We're trying to get to 1.5 million in a minute. All right, probably there already. Ain't no telling, okay? But look, this podcast game is not for everybody. We chose it because we have a lot of different, as you can see, we have a lot of different personalities. We're doing a lot of different things out there. Shout out to everybody that's been on this platform, those that are here, those that are gone. And when I say gone, they're just not here. They're doing other things. I encourage you guys to, stay steady, trust the process, stay focused, okay, and keep doing what you're doing, okay? You're all doing some great things. We coming up like George and Wheezy, man.
All right.
Definitely coming up.
Moving on up.
We want to make sure that we keep encouraging, keep inspiring people. We want to take this to another level and get involved with more of you that are doing things that are just shining out there. So hit us up. We want to tell everybody's story. We don't have a problem with it, okay? But we're going to let you guys know some of what we feel as well, just as we've done today, okay? We don't know everything. And again, this is just us. Views that are expressed on this Dope Living TV Live are not necessarily the views of Dope Living TV. Or we say this so that we won't offend anybody, or anybody thinks that it's purposely offensive. We put a disclaimer out there. We're going to say what we're going to say. We don't want anybody hurt by it. So anybody that's trying to do a podcast, basically, live your dream. Follow your heart. Follow your dream. Just make sure that you're putting stuff out there that's positive. We got enough negative stuff out there. Let's keep putting positivity out there, and let's keep having fun while we're putting the positivity out there. Yep. That's this week, man. We did our thing. All right. Bye, baby. I'm keeping that picture, man, and I'm surprised.
That's another don't, audience. That's
a dude. That's a dude. And in the immortal words of these three fine gentlemen.
Yes, Randy Watson. That boy is good. Good and terrible.
Yes. Yeah. Yes. I've had this on this tile since the first year.
I remember it's been
I ain't moving it. I'm not moving it at all. Okay.
You took the little girls off.
Thank God.
Because they're not little girls, man.
Little babies.
They're not little
baby. They grown now. They grown.
Good grown.
Greg, did your prediction come true?
I ain't gonna tell you. But
no, you know they didn't. No, don't say that. Talk about those babies.
I smell a whore. Anyway, hey man, come on, man, get this. Oh, Robert. I mean Oscar. I'm gonna holler at you in a minute, man. Hey Gina,
can't get the name right.
Yeah.
You got that picture. Send me that picture so I can send it to him.
I will.
Most definitely. Okay, this is Dope Living TV Live, man. We've done our week. We'll see you guys. I almost pressed the end stream without pressing the. Y'all know I do that.
Credits, please. Credits.
We know.
Peace.
That's another don't, you guys.
That's another don't.
We'll see you guys Monday. All right. Peace.
Peace.